Welcome in, YouTube. Welcome into our first discussion for Decentering Man 101. So let me get Facebook going. Welcome in, Harlan on TikTok. Welcome in, Ariana. Welcome in, Jason. We are going to get started. We're going to do like 20 minutes because your girl still got homework. I still got homework I need to finish. So we're going to do about 20 minutes to discuss our conscious conversation exercise, and we're going to discuss our homework journaling prompt from week 1 of Decentering Men. So I hope everybody was able to watch the first video. I think the video was less than 30 minutes. So I hope everybody was able to watch the first video and got that lesson in. Welcome in, Karma. Welcome in, 3 class. Welcome in, Ever Blessed. And we are just going to do a quick discussion about the homework assignment and about your experience over the past week decentering men, because y'all, it's a whole different life. Welcome in, Kendall. Welcome in, Neek. It's a whole different life once you decenter men, y'all. So I am hoping everyone attended and got their first class in. Welcome in, Bray. I hope everyone did the homework assignment, because y'all know y'all got weekly homework, okay? Homework is every single week. So get ready. And it's going to be the same format every single week. It's going to be a journaling prompt, and then it's going to be a conscious conversation exercise, because I want you to be actively doing something every single week in order to decenter men. Because it's one thing to take a class, and it's one thing to just, listen to the class and, infuse the things that you learn in class, but it's a whole other thing to actively do something to use that material right then and there. And I'm really big on that. So I'm going to get Facebook going because YouTube is already up. And then we are going to get into the conscious conversation exercise. Welcome in, Sabine. Welcome in, Wonder Power. Welcome in, Craig. And share this with anybody who needs this conversation. Share this with anybody who is having a hard time decentering men, or you see that they're having a hard time. You see that they're always hyper-focused on a man that ain't hyper-focused on them. So make sure you share this with them. Welcome in, Sun Kiss. Welcome in, Roni. And then let me get Facebook up. We're going to get to it. All right. Facebook is making me press a lot more buttons than I've had to press in the past, but it has been a minute since I've gone live, so I guess that's why. But we finna be on there, and we finna go get started. Let me see if I can split these screens so I can have Facebook and YouTube up at once and watch them both at the same time. I don't think I can, because I don't have actually, you know what? I can figure this out, because that's what I do. So let's figure it out. There we go. All right, we got them both up. Okay, so let me get my handy dandy notebook, and we are going to get started with our discussion, because that's all we're going to do today. We're going to have, I want to say, about a 20-minute discussion about the homework assignment, and I'm excited to further this conversation with y'all. I hope that everybody, like I said, got a chance to watch the class. And let's go over some of the things that we talked about last week. So we talked about the Bechdel test. So y'all know that this class is based around the Bechdel test. So we talked about what the Bechdel test is. Y'all, the Bechdel test has 3 parts, okay? There are at least 2 women. That's part 1. Part 2 of the Bechdel test is that these women are engaging with each other. They're having a conversation together. Part 3 of the Bechdel test is that these women are having a conversation together and they are not talking about men. So that is how you pass the Bechdel test. The reason why I wanted to have this class is because I did a poll and everyone said that this was a class that they wanted, that this was necessary. So I am here. I am here. Decentering men is something that I have done. I have been living a decentered male lifestyle for, I want to say, the past 3 years now. And it's been nice. It's been nice. It's been less stressful. I have gotten a lot more done. I have shifted my life a lot in the past 3 years just by decentering men. I've increased my income. I think my income has increased over $30,000 in the past 3 years. I'm in my own home now. I was living on my mama's couch when I was hyper focused on men. And so that's another reason why I am so like big on this topic, because when you have not decentered men, the energy that you could be investing in yourself to build a better lifestyle for you and to build a better lifestyle for your child, you're not doing that because you are hyper focused on the lifestyle and the vision that you have for your relationship with this man. And that's not going to create the romantic relationship that you think or that you want, because at the end of the day, the version of who you are is going to determine what you get in relationships. So if you are this version of a woman who has not decentered men, and you are still hyper focused on men, and men are your main priority, your daily focus, something that you spend a lot of time on every single day, you're not going to be able to live the lifestyle that you want for yourself. So we talked about the 3 rules of the Bechdel test. We talked about why this test matters. This test matters because media influences how we engage. Media influence. Look at how big Pop the Balloon challenges have gotten. Look at how big Love is Blind is. Look at how big the social media relationships, look at how big these things are on social media. This is why the Bechdel test matters, because if everything that you're engaging and consuming in on social media is about relationships, that's going to show up in your life. That's going to show up in your conversations. That's going to show up in the experiences that you have. That's going to show up in the things that you desire. That's going to show up in the things that you put your energy into. So that is why it is important to have this conversation and to do this work. Thank you, Leslie. Welcome in. That's why it's important to have this conversation and do this work, because you have to get to a point in your life where a man is only an addition. I shared a video like a week or two ago where I was talking about, if you need a man in order to survive and you're in that survival mode with that man, you're going to accept a lot of things that a woman who's not in survival mode, a woman who has decentered men and has shifted her priorities in life, y'all are going to have 2 different life experiences. So we talked about that. And let's talk about the homework assignment. So with the homework assignment, there are 2 parts to the homework assignment. Every time there's going to be 2 parts. You're going to have a journaling prompt, and then you are going to have a conscious conversation exercise. So last week's journaling prompt was identify areas where men's opinions, actions, or presence hold more weight than your own or other women's voices. Now, this homework assignment was really good because, I like for y'all to increase your own awareness of your own experiences. It's very, very important that you are the one that can call out the things that are occurring in your life, because that's where accountability comes from. And decentering men is going to require a lot of accountability from you, because you are the one making the choices. You can say all day long, oh, he's narcissistic, but you still deal with him. You still respond to his text messages. You still respond to his phone calls. You still drop everything and run to his house in the middle of the night. So he can be whatever he wants to be. You still deal with it. So taking accountability is going to be a very big role in decentering men, because you have to hold yourself responsible for the choices you make, regardless of what other people are doing around you. It's still your responsibility. So in this homework assignment, in this journaling prompt, some of the common areas where men's opinions tend to hold more weight in women's lives when they have not decentered men, it's usually around things like finances, right? It's around things like your friendships with other women. What I notice is that women who have not decentered men, they will date men that don't like for women to have female friends. And they don't like that, because if there's a woman on the outside telling you, girl, that don't sound right. You sure about that? He said he was doing what? I don't know about that. That sounded a little funny, like, because that don't add up with what you just told me last week. They don't want that. They don't want that. A man that wants a woman who is obsessed with men in that way, they don't want you to have female friends, because your female friends are going to be the ones that tell you that something don't sound right. Something ain't right with that relationship. So you have to pay attention to where the spaces in your life where there are more male influence. Even at work, I think I mentioned that before. Where I was like, at work, are you more inclined to reach out to your male coworkers than you are your female coworkers? Do you feel like they are smarter because they're men? And some of y'all may be watching this video and y'all may be like, that don't even make sense. Like, who thinks shit like that? Women who have not decentered men view men in the way that's not logical. They view men in a way that doesn't even like actually reflect their true experiences with men. Um, so that's why this journaling prompt is so important, is because you do want to start addressing the areas in your life and the times in your life and the experiences in your life where you know you chose a man over a woman simply because he's a man. You know that about yourself. So address that. That is the journaling prompt. And your conscious conversation exercise. So the conscious conversation exercise was spend 15 minutes talking to another woman with zero mention of a man. And then I wanted you to reflect on how that felt. Welcome in, Lynn. So this conscious conversation exercise is important because there are so many female friendships that would not still be going on if y'all weren't talking about a man. I've had that experience in a lot of my friendships. When I stopped engaging with some of my friends about the things they were going through with men, and when I stopped sharing what I was going through with men, when that stopped being what we talked about, we literally just stopped talking. Like, there are some people who I used to be friends with, and we just have not talked. We just haven't talked, and it's okay. Like, I'm in a place where I'm okay with that, because I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about men. That's just where I'm at with it. Like, if something comes up and it makes sense for the conversation, I'll dib and dab in that a little bit. But to have an entire conversation dedicated to what's going on with the man, I'm just not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not in a space in my life where those kind of conversations are productive to me. Especially when we're trauma dumping, especially those times where all we're doing is sitting here talking about our negative experience with men for what? Like, what is that going to do? Especially for someone who, because a misconception that people will have with my content is, oh, she's talking about decent for men. She must hate men. I actually love men. I'm very straight. I'm a very straight woman. So I actually love men. It's just that I'm not going to accept like low stand. I don't have low standards. I do have high standards for my experiences and what I want to have with a man. So that part is important. Hey Naya, that part is important. And this is not about hating men. This is about prioritizing yourself so that way you are your whole self when you meet the person that's for you. When I meet the person that's for me, I don't want to feel like I need someone to make me happy. I don't want to feel like I need someone to make me feel better about myself. I don't want to feel like someone is filling a hole inside of me or is coming in having to overexert themselves just for us to even be together, and vice versa. I'm not going in wanting those things or expecting those things from my partner. That's where you build healthy relationships, and that's where you build healthy foundations. So the point in these homework assignments, which is the journaling prompts and the conscious conversation exercises, is to just get you into this habit of prioritizing the things that you need to work on in your life at this time. I'm really big on focusing on, what is it? The Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm very big on, even when I'm working with my clients. You good, son? Yeah. Okay. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm really big on, even when I'm working with my clients, we're starting at the very bottom. So we're starting at, do you have enough food in your home? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you able to pay your bills? Those are the things that you have to focus on in this process of decentering men, because you want to get to a place where you're able to pay your bills by yourself. You're able to regulate your own emotions. You're able to advance in your career and do the things in your career. Because I think a lot of times too, people are so afraid of being alone that they don't know how to use that time of being alone to grow and to support themselves and to figure out what they need with themselves. Because that single time, if you are someone who desires marriage and you are someone who wants to be married, you have to think about it like this. Once you're married, you're never going to be single again. You're never going to be single again. You're never going to get that time back again. So you might as well use that time to grow, to heal, to figure out the things that you want in your life. Because the big idea of Decenter Men is to make sure that when you meet the man that's for you, both of y'all are two wholes coming together. That's what you want. I think I posted a video. I think I posted a video today where I mentioned that a lot of men and women are taught that you're looking for your better half. You're looking for your other half. You're looking for the person to complete you. That's what we are taught in love. That's not healthy. It's not healthy to expect someone to come into your life and just fix your problems. It's not healthy to and this men should be happy about this content too. Because one of the things that I want women to do throughout this process is to not be so dependent. Like, you shouldn't need your partner to regulate your emotions. You shouldn't need your partner to make sure that you're taken care of. You shouldn't need your partner to make sure that your basic low level needs are met. Because again, we're talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the very bottom is food. At the very bottom is clothes, is shelter. Before you are trying to date and trying to, put yourself out there, make sure your bottom level of needs are met first. Because if not, that means you're in survival mode and you're going to be dating men who are going to either keep you in survival mode or are going to make it worse for you. You don't want to be dating in survival mode, because when you're dating in survival mode, your view of men is different. When you're dating in survival mode, let's say you can't pay your bills. You're having a hard time paying your bills. You what they say, robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's what you do every month. So when you're dating, you're looking for a man with money. You are looking for a man with money, which you should anyway. You should be doing that anyway. But when you are dating but you're struggling, you're looking for a man with money because you don't have any. That's not where you want to start. That's not where you want your baseline to be. When you are a woman that has money already, you're dating a man that has money because he has to match you. But when you are a woman who can't meet your basic needs on your own, that's what you're looking for in partners. And I'm here to tell you, you are going to set yourself up to be financially abused. You are going to set yourself up to be mentally and emotionally abused. Because a lot of times when those two types connect, so the guy who does have the money and the guy who is willing to spend the money and the guy who's willing to do this because she doesn't have those things, that can lead to a lot of abuse, because that turns into control. That turns into power. When you come in as a woman who already has all your own, a man can't make you do nothing. He can't tell you nothing. All he can do is show up and be an addition. And that is what you want, men and women. But again, it's y'all's men's job to be having these conversations with y'all. I'm here for the women. But like I was saying, you want to come in already feeling whole. You want to come in knowing that this person is solely just an addition. Because also, when y'all are at that spot, you have the confidence to walk away. I don't need a man to come in and pay my bills. So I can walk away anytime, because him being here or not, I'm still good. I don't need a man to make me happy, because I do that for myself. So whether he's here or not, I'm going to be happy. So I can walk away. When you are in a space where you are constantly needing that man to do things for you because you can't do them yourself, you are going to constantly be in survival mode. You are going to constantly be in this space where you are obsessed with men, because to you, that man is fulfilling a need that you feel like you can't fulfill yourself. And that's taking your power from you and giving it to him. I posted a video today about energy vampires. A lot of y'all are going to, I won't necessarily say attract, because I don't believe we always attract like what we got going on. So I will say y'all will entertain, because I'm not going to entertain an energy vampire. I may attract one. I have, high frequency. I have high energy. So I may attract energy vampires, but I'm not going to entertain one. Whereas if you have not decentered men, you are going to entertain energy vampires. And you're not even going to know why at the end of the day you have no energy, even though you didn't do much. You're not going to understand why every day you're waking up feeling sad or defeated. You're not going to understand why you are having these difficult emotions that you have never had before. Whole time is because you are with an energy vampire, and you're going to keep being with energy vampires until you decenter men. You have to get into a position in your life where you have, again, we talking about Maslow's hierarchy needs. You have met your basic needs. You have shelter, you're good. You pay your bills. You have food, you're good. Your refrigerator, has what it needs in there. You have clothes. You don't need somebody to come buy you clothes. You don't need somebody to give you clothes because you got clothes. You got that taken care of. Those are the basic needs: food, shelter, clothing. Now, once you get past those basic needs, then what I am doing with my clients is we're going up past that. Now, once we get past basic needs, then that's when you start going into more emotional needs. That's when you start going into physical needs. That's when you start going into spiritual needs. That's when you start going into deeper needs. But at the end of the day, if your basic needs are not met, if your food, shelter, clothing is not met, you got to take a break from dating, because you're going to be dating a lot of people who are either going to make your situation worse. And when I say worse, let's say you can't pay your bills, right? But you got your place. You have a place, but you're having a hard time paying your bills. Let's say he either does not have a hard time paying his bills, or he does too. And if he's at your space, all in your space, but you having a hard time paying your bills, he can't help you because he can't pay his bills either. Or he's choosing not to help you because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to fulfill, and that's his right. I don't believe a man has to come in and do all that stuff. I'm not that city girl. I have some city girl beliefs and ways, but it's not the social media ones that we see online. But yeah, you have to start assessing in your life where your needs currently are. Like, what needs need to be met right now today? What's lacking right now today? That's where your energy should be. Your energy should be where you're lacking right now today. Put it there. Take a pause from men until you are. I don't believe that women should date men until they can walk away at any time. You got to be able to walk away at any time. Like, even I just ended. Welcome in, Draco. I hope I said that right. But I just ended a situation where he had a spa day planned for me on Valentine's Day, and I still ended it 2 weeks before Valentine's. Like, you have to be in a position where you will walk away at any time. You have to, because if you put yourself in a position where you can't walk away, like, you can't leave him alone no matter what he does. You can't leave him alone. You are going to struggle. And you're going to have a hard time, and you are going to be stressed out, and you're going to feel anxious, and you're going to feel hopeless, and you're going to sink into a depression, because you are going to be constantly pouring into someone who can't reciprocate that. And I don't want that for you. Okay. Also, we are the one that holds the power. Okay. We are the one that holds the power. If you keep letting a man walk all over you, and you keep putting him in a position where he can always come back anytime he wants, he's taking your power from you. That's another example of an energy vampire. So again, y'all, last week's homework was the journal. So if you did not do last week's homework yet, if you're new here, hey, Canario. She said that resentment is going to creep in too. Yes, the resentment is going to creep in, y'all. The guy that I ended things with a couple weeks ago, I literally told him that I had to end things because I was going to end up resenting him. I know me. I know me, and I have a very short span of time where my needs are not being met that I can accept that. It's very short, and I mean like a week. And you better be sick. Like, I have a very short span of time where my needs can be met and I can stay. So yeah, I love that comment, Canario, because yeah, I remember I literally told him, like, I'm gonna end up resenting you. Like, right now we cool. Like, right now ain't no beef. It's just that I know me, and I know, give it a month and everything you do gonna piss me off. So let's just let's just knock this out right now. And that's because I'm someone who's decentering men. I know these things about myself. I can say these things about myself. I have the emotional regulation to have this conversation with someone, to say these things. So welcome in, Alex. So yeah, Make sure if you have not done the journaling assignment, y'all, the journaling prompt is to identify areas where men's opinions, actions, or presence hold more weight than your own or other women's voices. That was the journaling prompt from last week's homework assignment. You're going to have a new journaling prompt tomorrow. Video will be posted tomorrow. I don't know what time yet because I ain't recorded it. But it'll be up tomorrow. Y'all gotta bear with me. I be having homework and shit. And I work every day now because I have 2 jobs now. So 3 if you count this, but this is fun. I'm enjoying this. Your conscious conversation exercise is to spend 15 minutes talking to another one with 0 mentions of a man. I want you to reflect on how this conversation made you feel. That was your conscious conversation exercise and your journaling prompt from last week. Canario said, is this personally or in society? So I want you to do both. So for the journaling prompt, I definitely want you to do both because both of them are important, and because we are basing this around the Bechdel test. Specifically, the Bechdel test is about media. So it's about movies, music, TV shows. It's about media. It's about the influence of media and how women perceive themselves and how women engage with men and things like that. So I want you to do personally and in society, because when you're talking about areas where men's opinions hold more weight than women's presence, when we're talking about personally, we're talking about our romantic relationships and our friendships with men at work. But we're talking about socially, how does this show up? When we're talking about, in society, how does this show up on social media for you? How does it show up in the TV shows that you choose to watch, in the movies that you choose to watch? So I want you to do this personally and within society. For that conscious conversation exercise, just 15 minutes. This is meant to be a challenge. So if 15 minutes is not a challenge for you, up it to an amount of time that's a challenge. I want this to be a challenge. Y'all will have a new conscious conversation exercise tomorrow and a new journaling prompt tomorrow. So if you have not done this one yet, please make sure you do this one. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube at Keandra Ware. Same name is on TikTok. Same name is on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, because YouTube has the entire video. The video is like almost 30 minutes long. And that's what y'all can expect from me, somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes for each lesson. We have 5 more weeks left. Well, 4, not including tomorrow. So we'll be done in 4 weeks. We're doing a 6-week course, y'all. Thank everybody for joining me today. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, y'all, because full videos are on YouTube. If you have not watched last week's class, go watch it. Remember, our week starts on Monday. So a new video will be up tomorrow, and then I will be posting snippets from the video. Welcome in, Nadine. I'll be posting snippets from the video on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. I be trying to post everywhere. Sometimes I forget. So sometimes TikTok gets priority because I love TikTok. TikTok is fun. I enjoy the engagement on TikTok. Instagram gets the very last of me because I don't like Instagram. But videos will be posted throughout all the socials. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube because that is where the full video will be. Thank y'all for joining me. We're going to be doing this every Sunday at 8 p.m. where we discuss the prior week's homework, and you will have a new homework assignment tomorrow. So thank y'all for joining me, and the video will be up tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube at Keandra Ware, and I will see y'all again all week because the video is going to be posted. See y'all. Yeah.
Someone's name is